Don't need these notes. They were from last week. Welcome to the profile. The profile where we have lots of colourful characters, and tonight we have Joy Locker. How are you, Joy?
I am bleeding fantastic.
Good on you.
Get rid of my security blanket, that's my guitar. I don't sit down without playing guitar.
Don't you?
No. So
Did you bring your guitar?
I didn't bring my guitar. I thought you might tell me off, but,
No,
you're so good-natured. I didn't. Do you want to do it again tomorrow?
Well, I haven't got time. I'm flying out in the
Oh,
morning.
are you?
Yeah.
Oh, where are you going to?
Let's talk about you, Joy.
Okay, sorry.
Where were you born?
Newcastle, England. Ashington.
Yes.
Ashington.
Yes. Love it.
That's good.
You a Newcastle fan?
I've got to say yes, because my dad was a spotter. I think he spotted. Now, I've got a shocking memory.
Yeah.
But Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
There was a Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton was a Geordie, played for
Yeah.
Man United. So was Jackie Charlton, who was his brother.
Okay. So I think my dad spotted somebody.
Okay.
And he always, so I should do, but I don't follow it. I'm too busy.
I go back there every few years and go to St James Park and
Do you?
as a special guest, because my dad used to be involved with the club as well. So,
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do?
Fantastic.
Oh, that's nice.
It's just fantastic.
That's-
But look,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're here to talk about you. So
Okay.
we found out
about
where
me.
you were born. Fantastic. Your dad was a band conductor
Yes.
with dance brass bands.
With brass bands.
Yeah.
He played in dance bands,
Yeah.
but he was a conductor with brass bands.
Yeah. So you play guitar, you play trumpet, you play sax, you play keys, you play bass, you played age 15 at Canterbury Court. So where did you realise that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? What was that
Or
moment?
where did I start, or when did I realise
yeah,
I was
when
going to
did
do
you
for the
think-
rest of my... Well, I started because I was from north of England,
Yeah.
and Dad was in the Ashington brass band, and you had to. I think they were all coal miners or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
and so everybody played instruments.
yeah.
So Dad brought. Tell me to shut up if I rave on too
That's
much.
okay.
But Dad brought in a little cornet. Do you know what a cornet is? Can I look
Absolutely.
at both cameras?
Yeah.
Is that
And-
natural? Okay.
yeah.
So we, tell me if I'm doing it wrong, Dad brought in a little cornet, and I'm the youngest out of the three kids, so he gave it to my big sister first, and he said, this is how you play a note. And you've got to you've got a bit of peanut or something on the end of your tongue. You've got to spit. Janine couldn't play it, I'll be quick. And then Tommy couldn't play it, and I watched all the time. I sat there, and I went, do, 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 do.
You got it.
So I was the best, and then I got 5 bob an hour to
Wow.
practice.
Yeah.
So I just practiced.
5 bob an hour was a lot in those days.
5 bob an hour was a lot, but Dad was just adorable.
Yeah, yeah.
I just loved Dad. So the rest is history.
Yeah.
So that's when I started. So that was cornet trumpet.
So I think I first saw you at the Balgarine in 1973. You played with the Smith Family Band.
Yeah. Did you have to say that?
No, but
I never got paid, but I played with them. I played with them for a little while.
I know I saw them, and I saw girls on stage as well.
I did play with them. I
Yeah.
played guitar and trumpet,
Great.
for a little while.
In 1974, you formed a band called Crumpet.
Yes.
Now, it's an all-girl band. It was
Yes.
probably the only all-girl band around then. So
Yeah.
what was it like in 1974 playing in an all-girl band in a sausage industry, if you like?
Sausage.
Well, you know, boys.
All men.
Men, yeah.
All men.
You know, I mean,
It was awesome because all the men came and saw us, and they all loved us. And anywhere we went, we had a full house.
Yeah.
We made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Money-making band.
yeah.
So we were. Tell me if I'm getting ahead of my time.
No.
And we did a couple of gigs. I started it off with Susan Bluck.
Yeah.
There's a lot that happened there.
We'll just ring that
It's-
little thermometer bell there, because everyone knows Sue Black.
Yeah. Well, but she wasn't in the band for very long. I'll get back to it because the Dean brothers pinched her.
The Dean brothers.
The Dean brothers, dirty bastards. Dirty bastards.
They pinch everyone.
They bloody did. They sat there at the Carron-up Tavern, but Sue was just way above her time.
Yeah.
She was just bleeding colossal.
Yeah.
And they pinched her. But it started off, it was good. We were working 7 nights a week within 3 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Eddie Robinson gave us
Yeah.
7 nights a week, and I won't talk bad about
No,
him.
I
'cause
talked
he
to Eddie-
still owes me for a couple of gigs.
No, I talked to Eddie the other week. I talked to Eddie regularly. He's in Mount
Shit, is he your
Barker.
friend? Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, no, but
Love you, Eddie.
You know where
Yeah.
Eddie's from? Sunderland.
Is he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Same neck of the woods as us.
Okay, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm pleased.
So it was a male-dominated industry.
Yes.
So did you suffer in any way as being a girl
No,
or being a woman
not at
in
all.
that
Not
sort
at
of
all.
industry?
Everybody helped us.
Yeah.
John, I bought my first PA through a guy called Jamie McPeters in a little shopping centre. I've got a
Oh,
shocking
right.
memory.
Tony, what's his name? The bass player. Anyway, yeah, used to own that shop there.
And I don't know, but a guy called Jamie somebody, and
Yeah.
then John Villani
Yeah.
went to Cosmics.
Yeah.
And John Villani decked us out with 4560s
Yeah.
and horns and tweeters. And I remember somebody...
Bullets.
Well, I remember somebody saying to John Villani, oh, look, they don't have to have all that expense. You don't need that PA. And John Villani said, these are a professional unit. They need a professional sound or something. He told them off. And, yeah, it was bleeding, right? We toured everywhere. We did everything. It was awesome.
So what sort of music did Crumpet play?
Whatever we needed.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was a bit daggy at first because I'd come from the dance band and I used to try to make my dad happy all the time.
Yeah.
So I used to play Eddie Calvert and,
All right.
and old stuff. Like the first, no wonder Bleeding Lucky left. Because first gig, I loved her voice. She had this bleeding beautiful vibrato. So the first gig we did, I think I got her to sing 12 slow songs. 12 slow songs in a bleeding row or something. So I loved it. But once we started going, we did functions.
Yeah.
So we got big money off functions because I was from a dance band.
Yeah.
Da,
We call them corporate shows now,
So
but
corporate,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
it was called cabarets or
Yeah, yeah,
functions,
yeah.
and I knew all the bossa novas that you
Yeah.
were talking about before. We did Pride of Owens, Jesus, great, and sorry, band dance.
Yeah, yeah.
And flirtation band dances.
Yeah.
You just make it too bold. So I did everything. So everybody hired us for functions, for anything, and we did top 40.
Well,
We did a lot of top 40.
Yeah.
We learnt new songs all the time.
so Kalgoorlie was a favourite town for you.
Yes.
All bloke audience.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have groupies?
Tons of them. Tons of them.
Tons of them?
They all loved us then.
Did you
They
girls?
all loved us.
Did you girls treat the blokes as bad as? Look, there's Spot. Spot, get in your basket. Go on, get
he's
out.
gorgeous.
My God.
Oh, is it a girl?
Yeah.
it a
God.
girl?
Spot just. Yeah.
Oh, it's a girl. Mark, is that yours?
Spot's been very naughty lately. So,
good.
did you girls treat the blokes as bad as us blokes? Well, treat
We-
you girls. I never treat girls bad, but I know some blokes did. But
Did you go and see Mag 7 the way they were? Okay.
tell me
but
about it.
It's
Tell me about Mag
can
7.
Yeah, but is that all right to talk about?
You can talk about that.
I remember walking in and seeing Mag 7
Yeah.
at the Manning or in another High Wycombe or something.
Yeah.
And they walked in. I thought, geez, every one of them were gorgeous. I thought, can you get any better looking
Have
guys?
you seen them lately?
They were dreamy. I haven't seen any for. I might not recognise them.
Yeah.
But they were all bleeding. They were gorgeous. So, yeah.
Do you know
so
our
they
producer?
must have had a million
Do you know our
deals.
producer Al was in Mag 7?
Is that you? Do you remember me?
Do you reckon?
Do you remember
Have
me?
another look. Do you reckon he was once gorgeous?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Look, absolutely. He still is gorgeous.
Yeah.
He still is gorgeous. He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous.
Him? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. They were absolutely bleeding gorgeous. They probably had a big queue.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, move
let's-
on. Okay, go on. Yeah, go on.
So name some of the girls over the years that have played the crumpet. So because you had a few different
I've
lineups.
got too many. So Lucky left. My sister was in the band.
Yep.
For a while, Deirdre Board. The ones that were in the band most of the time was Mandy Backrack, the bass player.
Yep.
Pauline Fitzpatrick, she's in a band called Dizzy Miss Lizzie.
Yep.
Just tremendous. Mandy
Yep.
was tremendous. Jean David, the Davids, Clive David's
Yep.
sister, and Diane Fieldhouse.
Yep.
Anne Irving. There was a little girl called Debbie that did the last 2 years, Debbie Thompson. She
Yep.
went to England and married one of the guys in Wham.
Oh, all right.
Oh, she's bleeding beautiful.
It couldn't have
beautiful.
been. not George Michael, because
Oh no, it wasn't. No, he,
'Cause
he fancied our little brother.
all right. Yeah.
Stuff me.
So you girls all wore black leather? Just, I mean, you're wearing the leather jacket
And
tonight.
no, what we did, we started off being really daggy.
Yeah.
And we wore full clothes and all that. Then a friend of mine, Lorraine, said, look, Joy, you got to have glitter and wear hot pants and do this. So we did that, and it worked better.
Yeah.
And then we went and got black. What we did, we got leotards done. I've given you a picture. So we had sort of like short leotards, fishnet stockings and things like that. But Mandy, the bass player, who was the drummer half the time, wouldn't wear the girly outfit. So she got black leather. And it was this tight ass. And gorgeous looking girl, really white teeth, all of tan and all. So yeah, but besides the leotards, yeah, we sort of wore leather on stage, because very Susie Quattro type of image, you know?
Yeah. Excellent. So you played with Jim Rossiter. We've interviewed Jim, a legend.
How did you know that? Did he talk about me? Did he talk about me?
No, it's written down here.
Oh,
Says
you weren't supposed to
played
say that.
with Jim Rossiter about
yeah.
1982 in a band called Catch. You were the singer. Now, did they sack you?
Did he tell you that?
Did they sack you?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Why did they sack you?
I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in. I wasn't part of. They were different to me.
Yeah.
Different to me.
What? Because they were blokes, or?
No, Sue Block was with me too.
Okay.
So it was me and Susan. I wasn't the singer. I sang 2 songs and Susan sang. I didn't fit in. During the day, like I've told you, I've got ADD and all this. And when I used to go to practice, can you say this?
You can say whatever you want on this show.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't smoke pot.
Okay.
So I didn't want to sit around for 2 hours while people were smoking pot. I mean, they were all fantastic and things, but I used to sit outside and play with the insects and things like this. And if I go to practice, I want to practice.
Yeah,
I don't want to do this. I mean, funny things happened there, you know. Love you, Jim. I mean, some guy went round there once and they were doing a gig and he couldn't fit his mini Yamaha, his mini Grand or something, in the car. So he got a hacksaw and cut it in half. He cut it in half. It was just too weird for me.
Yeah.
You know, being me, I don't sit up after gigs and smoke chuff or do anything like that. I don't do anything like that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah.
So in 1986, you play in Grapevine for about a year. So who was the lineup in Grapevine then? What?
Don McKenzie.
Yep.
Chris O'Leary.
Yeah.
Jeff. Oh, know him well. Jeff, he had the agency. He had an agency, guy with a black mo. The guy out the front, Chris Rotham.
Chris Rotham.
Was out the front.
Yeah.
But they sort of got me in by saying, we've got Chris O'Leary in the band now.
Well, they were a big band in then.
They
in those
were.
days.
Oh, we worked all the time.
Yeah.
We worked all the time. They said, we've got Chris, do you want to join the band? You'll be the first girl that's ever joined the band. And
Do you want your scrunchie? Or should I wait
I'm
for
all right. That's
You're
just
all
my claustrophobia. A lot of the time, I've got to move everything off. I've still got my jacket on. I'm doing quite good.
You're all right with your jacket on?
I am.
Take it off
really,
if you want.
If I want to take it off, I'll
No worries.
take it off. I'm
Okay.
really relaxed. Thank you for that. Yes, I was with
no
them.
problem.
But a year.
A year?
Yeah, but I didn't fit in. Neither.
No.
Do you want to know why?
Please tell me.
Okay. Probably the bleeding. If we did a gig up north, first bar that you see, they stop at the bar for, let's have a drink. Second bar, let's have a drink. I mean, we worked at the Geraldton town. I hope I don't blab more than anybody else.
No, everyone blabs on this show.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
The Geraldton Entertainment Centre, and these people were about 70 or 80 or whatever they are, all these ladies with grey hair. And we got there too late because they stopped at every pub for bleeding drink. And then we started off, and I love old people. I love old people. And the bass player's doing something. We started off, don't look so sad, I know it's over, or something. Now, that's for the good times, and there was an And I Love You So. Started off with And I Love You So, and he sung the words of For the Good Times. Then
Is that because he was drunk or
and stoned, drunk and stoned. And then we did And I Love You So. He did, and vice versa. But when he's doing And I Love You So, and I love you so. And I love you so. and I love you so, and I
Forgot
love
the
you
words.
so, and I love you so, and he still, and I think that was the whole song, the whole bleeding song, and I just sat there, and all the ladies are just looking, and they paid good money. I just couldn't stand it. I
Wow.
couldn't stand it, you know. It was funny, but I couldn't stand it.
Well, so in 1986 you play in Grapevine.
Yeah.
So that went for a year.
Yeah.
87 you formed Tigress.
Yes.
Now, Tiger with Rob Watson.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't my first bass player, but he was my main bass player. Me and Chris O'Leary
Yeah.
formed it. We went through a couple of people. We had Richie Pavlidis as one of our drummers.
We've interviewed Richie. Great guy.
He's good. He left because we had a big punch up at a hotel. The
What,
bass-
you and Richie?
No, I would have killed him. We
Remind me never to argue with you.
We were at a big hotel, and our bass player at that stage, Paul Simpson, some beautiful, gorgeous big guy, he saw some Indigenous person whack his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he said, mate, you don't hit girls. And he got in there, and there was about 30 of them, and one of Paul. And so there's a big scrap on the floor. And that's one of, I really regret that because I didn't help him. I sort of just, do you know what I mean? I didn't do much. If I had my, not that you can do much, but Paul probably beat them all up anyway. And Reggie stood there and he said, I can't stand this. I can't stand this. So he sort of stayed with us for a little while, but he was just awesome. He is bleeding awesome. But the main band was Rob Watson.
Yeah.
We had Ray Van Ross that played with us for a while, Joe Tattersall, John Carruthers.
Wow, you're ringing all the bells here.
Oh, yeah, no, Paul Reynolds worked with us for a while. And even that Marcus Dengate did
Marcus.
some playing with us. And
Great player.
all these, we just, in the end, I mean, we had our regular band, but in the end we just hired different people anytime we...
Which is what happens nowadays.
That's what, in Marcus Dengate, it took him like quarter of a second to know every bleeding thing that you're playing. You just play it and you just stand there.
Yeah. Cool, isn't it?
Tremendous.
Yes.
Absolutely bleeding tremendous.
So Tigers toured with Jerry Marsden from
Yes.
Jerry and the Pacemakers?
Yes.
So what, round Australia and...
No, just in Perth.
Yeah.
We did a couple of gigs in Perth and we did the...
So you were backing...
what we did before him.
Oh,
They
right,
had to pick what band they had before him because what happens, where he comes from, he's got a strong following.
Walk
and
on
that's it.
through the rain.
That's it. But he sings it in the original key.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
Wasn't that the original key, I thought?
I'm going to change this. No, I won't change it.
No,
yet.
change it.
No, I was just going to say something quick, but
Say
it's
it
got
quick.
nothing to do with this.
It's okay.
You know, I knew I was coming on the
Yeah.
show, and so I put it on last night, and I saw Paul Ewing.
Mm.
I love Paul Ewing. And Jim Rossiter. And, you know, Jim Rossiter was talking about a bass line, Peter Gunn, and he started humming exactly the right key.
Yeah.
And then a Beatles song, and he started humming. It was an E, because I was playing guitar and watching. So he's pitch perfect. He sat here. Not many people can sit here and sing in the key that it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you just showed me.
I just did it.
But that's, I know it's in a funny key because Jerry said to me, when we do walk on, bring your trumpet out.
Yeah.
And it was either an F sharp or C sharp because that's the worst
Key for a
that a trumpet can play. So what they picked me because everybody...
You can't use a capo on a trumpet either, can you?
You can't use a bleeding. There's nothing. Keith Robinson said there's a trick with your slide, but I don't bleed and use. And you've only got 3 valves.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can't bleed and do anything. You've got to pitch every note before
Your
you
heart's
do it.
got more valves than a trumpet.
What?
Your heart's got more valves than a trumpet.
It has.
Yeah.
Has it? I don't know anything
Yeah.
about all I know about is music.
Okay.
So what had happened, they picked me because all the girls boo whatever act goes on before Jerry Marsden.
Yeah.
Because they're all waiting for Jerry.
Yeah.
And even his 2 singers came on to sing a little bit before him, and everybody said, "Get off, boo." And when we went in the back room, they were crying. So the girls, they picked me.
Oh, cool.
So they picked me, and it was awesome, but embarrassing because I never shut up. Can you believe that?
No, not at all.
Shit. I bleed.
Spot's actually gone to bed. He's had enough.
Oh, I had a treat for you later. Okay, so yeah, when we did a little trip with him, he was bleeding fantastic. So we talked and drunk, and you know what Ray Van Ross,
Yes.
and Joe Tattersall. That's another story.
Yeah. Tell me the story.
Yeah, but I'll jump to the end of this
Okay.
and then I'll go back
Cool.
because I've got another one about Ray to
Good,
tell you later.
yeah.
But we had to back him up in some country town or something, and Ray had to meet at Harry's place, this drummer. So Ray gets out, and he says, "I'll just go to the car and get my amp." Then he said, "Oh, forgot my amp." So he forgot his amp, and it was his birthday.
Oh.
Anyway, so we had to go to this big community room type of thing and go on before Jerry Marsden came on. And that's quite nerve-wracking because everybody just sits there and goes, so they're all looking at you like this.
They're just waiting for Jerry Marsden.
Just waiting for Jerry Marsden.
Do they have any chicken wire up the front or anything?
No, they didn't bleeding have any. They didn't have anything up. They had a big, tall bleeding stage, and everybody just looks. So it's not as if you can turn around and look at your chart or anything. Because everybody's just staring.
Yeah.
So I think he was maybe a little bit nervous, and so Joe Tattersall said, "Oh look, you know, we'll get a meal, we'll have a bottle of red or something." So they had a bottle of red. And then they had something else, and then they had something else. And Ray was so pissed. So he was good for the gig, he was good.
Yeah.
And Tattersall just goes whatever.
Yeah.
He just bleeding. He'd fall off the drum before he changed times, you know. But the next day, Ray, remembering it was his birthday, was that bloody pissed. He looked sick, being Anglo-Indian too, when they look as if they got chalk on the face. And we dropped him off, and we opened the door, and he fell out. And then he looked up, and I said, "Oh, Ray, by the way, happy birthday." And I'll never forget. It was funny. It was bleeding funny. But he always laughs anyway.
Yeah.
When Ray falls over, he laughs. When you're picking up, so that's that story. So we did that.
I think he was in hospital recently with a broken foot, or
He was in hospital for
would have fallen over then for
he
sure.
never bleeding. That foot thing just seemed forever.
Yeah, went on forever, didn't it?
You know, it did. I see him next week at Peter Kamuski's party
Oh,
too.
cool.
So we'll sit up.
Say hello to him from all of us at the Profile.
Look, I will do.
From Mark Whitehouse and Strawny and the old Al Simpson.
Look, I will do. He's bleeding awesome. So that's the end of the Jerry the Pacemakers thing. Jerry was fantastic, loved him. I wouldn't come out and play trumpet because it was in a rotten key. But he was... I ran out at the Burswood, and they were all drunk then too because it was just so nerve-wracking. But I get a hype. I get really excited.
So did you drink at all, or...?
No, I went through... I don't know if I did then. When I joined Grapevine, I didn't.
Because everyone seems to be drinking and smoking and...
Oh, no, I've never smoked pot.
No.
I drink. I'm a wine drinker, but I'm a bubbly drinker. I found a new bubbly, $5 from Coles. It's Willows or Windows or something, I don't know. But I don't know if I drunk then. I used to just get hyped. Even now, I'm a wine drinker. I won't drink wine on stage. I'll drink brandy, but I won't.
For me, before I perform, I need a couple of scotches just to calm the nerves because I still get nervous, and it also helps. Well, that's my excuse.
It does. Look,
you know.
it does. No, but I'll drink brandy before a gig or something like that. I don't think I did then. When I joined Grapevine, they all said, "Do you feel weird us all drinking?" And I said, "No, I don't care."
You do grape juice.
You know, I used to just drink Coke, and I was always fitness fanatic. So I go from fitness fanatic to, I mean, like during the day, I'll go to the gym, 90 minutes. I do boxing too. I do boxing and gym work, and I'm really fit. Then in the night, I have a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So win-win-win situation.
Yes.
Next day, party all night, exercise all night. I've got it good.
Yeah, I go to the gym and I swim 25, 50 laps.
Yeah.
Then I come home and have a coffee and a cigar.
Do you? Okay.
So, same as what you're talking about. Tell me about Mum and the Trumpet Girls.
After Tigress finished, I did freelance work. So I've done a lot of freelance before because I'm a reader too, so I can fill in with anybody. My darling girls, one was born in 95, one was born in 90.
What are their names?
Crystal and Candy.
Crystal and Candy.
They're beautiful. They're the loves of my life. And I just love them. And they started playing instruments when they were 6.
So they're playing as well?
Oh, cool. Blimey, I work with my 19-year-old. I work with my 19-year-old. She's gorgeous. Crystal, I pushed too much. Like when she was 12 months of age, I sort of chucked her in the pool and said, "You're going to be a swimmer, you're going to be this." So Crystal ended up getting every medal for swimming, state champion handstander, back flipper, everything. And I overdid what Dad did to me. When she got home from school, she had to have a trumpet. She had to have her guitar, and I paid her more than $5 an hour though. I paid her, and I said, "You're going to be the best everywhere." And I pushed her and gave her everything. And then we were working, Mum and the Trumpet Girls. I've got a YouTube clip. There is a thing. They were reading, triple tonguing, double tonguing at an early age, bleeding great. Then Crystal one day just said, "Mum, I just want to be a normal kid. I want to go and get a job at McDonald's or something." And I said, "What?" She said, "Mum, I want to be a normal kid." So I overdid it, and you know.
So you let her go and be what you wanted to be. Yeah.
I had no bleeding choice. She ran away from home for a while, and I nearly died.
Yeah.
I had because I am all my kids. I just adore my kids. I adore my
I've got
bleeding
two beautiful
kids.
girls as
I've
well.
got two beautiful kids, so I went to hospital 5 times.
Wow.
With depression because she ran away.
Do you have grandkids?
Nah, got no grandkids. No. The 19-year-old hasn't even had a boyfriend yet. She lives with me and she hasn't had a boyfriend. Crystal's had a few. The 23-year-old, because she's a model, anything, you know, she does Alf Barber Gallo, any of the boxing match, she'll hold a plate round. She's only 47 kilos.
Wow.
She's gorgeous. So, I'm not going to have grandkids in a hurry. I'd like them.
Oh, they're just wonderful.
Oh, I'd bleed and I'd love them.
My youngest daughter had a grandkid by the time she was 19 for
Did
me.
she? Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. It's just great.
Oh, I love kids.
Fills a place in your heart you didn't know was there. So,
I'm going to love it.
So Joy's Candy is your latest thing. Can you tell me about Joy's Candy?
Well, Crystal left, and then Candy kept on.
Okay.
So there's me and Candy. I do karaoke too. I started off a karaoke show with Reg Carson.
I met you at Reg Carson's funeral.
You did.
And
you did, when we were outside.
Yeah, you came out
Yeah.
telling us the story about Thailand and what happened in Thailand,
Yes.
and then you went blah, 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 and then you jumped in this car, hotted up Holden with, what's your number plate?
Stock.
Joy.
It's stock. Joy, Jump for Joy.
Jump for Joy.
It's a stock.
And you went,
club sport. It's a 6-litre club sport. Yeah, I've
But
always had fast
You did
cars.
spin out of the funeral car park.
Good.
Yeah.
I was good. I didn't spin out.
Okay. No worries.
I was good. I could tell you some bleeding story. I used to get out and measure. I had a Pontiac Firebird. I earned a lot of money. I was working 7 nights a week. So I've always had fast cars.
Yeah.
I had a couple of motorbikes. Asked Susan Bluck, I broke her leg. I broke her leg.
Did you really?
I did. I broke her leg.
How'd you do that?
Well, I said, come on, Blucky, we'll go for a ride on the motorbike. I didn't have a license or anything, so I made myself a little bikey jacket because I'm good at sewing and cut, little pockets there and things like this, and got on the motorbike. I didn't bother to get a license, but I knew what you had to do, 1 down or 2 up or something. Then I put my money in my pocket. As soon as I took off, the jacket flies up because we lost all my money. Picked up Blucky, and then coming back, I said, we'll go through this dirt track just for fun. She said, are you sure you know how to ride? I said, yeah, of course I do. We came off.
Yeah.
And so she broke her leg. She was in hospital. And, the worst part is she was the best girl, a top girl of the year at John Forrest High School. And they had to come in and give her the award in hospital.
Oh, wow.
So that was it. So I've had fast cars, and that's the first time you met me.
When I get Sue on the show, I'll ask her about that.
We laughed. She didn't whinge.
So it says here you have a funny story about Paul Ewing, but you've already told me that story, have you?
No.
Okay. You've told me so many things I can't remember.
No, that's a funny story. Shall I start now?
Please.
Okay. So I was freelance 2 in between, and Paul said, do you want to do Trafalgar's with me? And Bunbury, this is bleeding funny, this, so are you ready for it? So, working together, and Jeff Hansen comes in. Do you know Jeff?
I've heard about it.
He was good friends with Paul Felton and all this. Real funny guy. So he starts getting them these bleeding, what he called sambucas and all this,
shooters.
And shooters. Then Paul had said, no, I've had enough. And he said, no, you haven't. So he's lining up these shooters. And he's just drinking too much. And there's all these people in the audience. And so there's me and me and Paul Ewing playing, and all of a sudden, Paul.
What, on stage?
Anyway, so I've got to tell you this. I'll stand up slowly. Can I stand up?
Yeah, go for it.
Is that versatile, or is it on a hoop?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, you're
so,
right.
So what had happened? So he goes thing, and I had to move over and sing. And the worst part is, he's in between my legs. So I'm standing there, and he's on stage. So I'm playing and I'm singing like this. So Jeff Hansen has to run up and help me. And imagine if I sung any high notes. Anyway, so, and some guy comes over and he looks and he says, "Hey man, your keyboard player's on the floor." It hasn't finished it. So he's there. So we finished the gig. They still paid us.
Yeah.
He's in room 7 or something. I'm in room 6. It's raining that night. So Jeff Hansen and everybody came up and had a couple of drinks. They all went. I'm in this room. There's Paul Ewing. So I'm in bed, and all of a sudden I hear. And I thought, what's happening? And I look on the window, and there's Paul Ewing outside knocking on my window in desperation. And I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I went to go to the toilet and the door shut." And I'm locked out the hotel. And he was locked out the back of the hotel. Anyway, it gets funnier. And I stuck my head out the window and I looked, and there's a big, long beam from his room to my room, about this thick. And he just had his white undies on, and it was raining, so I could see through. And he crawled sorry about that. So he crawled back. He crawled back like the man and the baby, you know, the Tom Selleck thing, on this post. And all I could see was him. If he fell off, he would have died. Crawling back in these white undies that were wet. Imagine if he went to bed without his undies on. So he's wriggling back.
It's so funny.
It's the funny. I didn't even tell it that good, but it was the funniest bleeding thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. God bless me. Oh, he is so friggin' funny. He is beautiful.
When we had him on the show, he brought his Audi sign.
He did. I saw it last night.
Yeah.
I saw it last night.
He's a nutcase.
Yeah, he is a nutcase, but he loves his pussycat.
Lovely guy. Yeah.
He loves his pussycat. Yeah. He is him and Ray Van Ross.
Yeah.
Are the funniest. I could work with them, you know, for the next 3 weeks without a break and not get bored. You just bleed and laugh.
So, what was the earliest influence for you by musician or band?
Band or solo?
Musician, band. What influenced you?
I started copying Doris Day as a singer. I loved Doris. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I loved her because if somebody sings "When I Was Just a Little Girl," you can hear that they're not smiling, but when I was just a little bit high for me. Yeah. When I was just a little girl. She's just so happy, and she loves her pussycats. She loves her pussycats. So I really like her. She's got 16 cats.
So have you had any other jobs throughout your life apart from playing music?
Yeah, I started working when I was 12.
Yeah.
I was just a money-making machine. Did somebody laugh? I got up.
He did.
Did he?
Yes.
I was a money-making machine. I always had jobs, and then I got a job at the railways, Perth Goods, and then I applied for one at the Commonwealth Government, and this is going to shock all of you guys. I had a very high IQ, and they sent me a telegram.
Why would that shock us?
Well, because it's obvious. I can't say. I don't even know who is the governor at the moment. Who's the governor? Who's in?
Of what? Wasn't Australia?
Well, any of them. I don't know.
McGowan. McGowan's the premier.
I wouldn't even know that. The last one that I knew was Harold Holt.
Harold Holt.
Harold Holt.
He was the Prime Minister of Australia in the 60s.
Yeah, well, I know that, but I don't follow anything like that. So I'm sort of a bit thick, but I've got my own house. I've got 2 cars. I've never had a cent off anybody, so I'm not that thick. But we'll get back to that. I had a high IQ, and they sent for me for the acoustic laboratory.
All right.
So it was people with hearing aids.
Yeah.
And things like that. So I didn't do that medical thing. I had to just talk to them, give them cups of tea, and sit down and talk to them all. And in the night, I used to go up and work at a place called Chazelle Coffee Lounge.
Yeah.
Opposite Her Majesty's Theatre. So everybody, when Marsha Hines and everything, I served her. She had a tuna and cheese sandwich.
A tuna and cheese sandwich, Marsha
Marsha
Hines.
Hines did. So they all came in. So I used to work during the day and work during the night. And then I left everything to just be a full-time user.
Yeah, and you've done really well at it.
I've done really well.
Yeah. So who are you listening to on your way here in the car? Who are you listening to? Any music?
Oh yeah, Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Walk This Way with a I love that. I love that bleeding guitar part. It's a mixture of all the songs I want to do. There's a song
I smoke on that guitar part.
Black Keys. You what?
I smoke on that guitar part. Yeah, I can play that.
I could play it too, but I just, But I'm supposed to play and sing it, which I can't do. So that's going to be my thing. But so I have a CD of all the songs I want to do. It's got Highway to Hell. That one by the Black Keys. What's that one with a do 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 by the Black Keys? That great one. It doesn't matter. You don't have to think.
You've lost me.
And Are You Gonna Go My Way?
Yeah.
Tom Jones sings it with Robbie Williams.
All right.
I love rock. I bleed and love rock, and I love Akadaka. So that's who I listen to on the way here.
Good on you. Excellent. So, favourite band of all time?
Favourite band? I wouldn't know one of the members, but favourite band. I mean, I love Akadaka, but got to be Deep Purple because anything they do, I was listening. Somebody was doing
John Lord, Ian Pace.
I don't know
Richie
anybody.
Blackmore.
I don't know. I knew Richie Blackmore,
yeah.
but I don't know any of them. Yeah. But
So, if you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only take one album with you, what would that album be?
Tom Jones.
It's not unusual.
No, not that album.
Okay. Which one?
It'd be probably. He bought one out called Darling, and he's sitting there in brown leather tight pants. I'll bring that one so I can look at the cover and remember what they look like.
The Ghoulies you're talking about.
Yes, the Ghoulies, yeah. I love that album. I love Tom Jones.
I used to play in a band called The Night After with Paul Redman, a guy called Paul Redman.
Yeah.
He used to always sing The Green Grass of Home, but he used to go, it's good to smoke the green. And, so, what was your favourite Perth band live that you saw? What?
Healing Force.
Healing Force.
Do you remember? You wouldn't know.
Yes, yes, of course
do you
I do.
remember that?
Healing
Who
Force,
they were? I love Gerard Minnick. I just love Gerard. Anywhere that I go, I mean, I love Lindsay Wells, I love Paul Felton, John Mayer, but I love Gerard because he's got that funky feel too. And with him, he used to sing "Loving You Is Easy" and things like that. Glenn Walsh was great.
Great drummer.
Harris Campbell.
Yeah,
Harris Campbell.
Yeah, they're all great players.
Yeah, I used to love it. 'Cause I just love funk.
So I think I was about 15 then,
Yeah.
sneaking into pubs and seeing them all.
Yeah.
They were all a few years older than me. So
Yeah, you could sneak in them days.
I did.
I used to sneak in bleeding everywhere.
I snuck in the Leaderville and saw AC/DC when I was 14 and a half, I think.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So your favourite TV shows growing up?
I used to wag school a lot, but I used to wag school for, you're going to laugh at this too, World Championship Wrestling.
Oh, my
The
God.
world.
Do you know that's fake?
What's fake?
World Championship
look,
Wrestling.
Yeah, look, it is. It might be fake, but I enjoyed it. But look, they still get a bleeding wallop.
What was the guy's name? Mario Milano?
Mario Milano. Oh, he was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Go on, ask me the other one. Ask me, test me.
God, I'm just trying to think now.
Mario Milano. Didn't he do this? Didn't he do the sleeper hold? Mario Milano.
Mark Lewin.
No. Oh, that's right. There was a Mark Lewin. Killer Kowalski.
Yeah, Killer Kowalski.
Kowalski. The Thingy Bob brothers, the two. Who's the two that used to wear the little white trunks?
I don't know.
I don't know, but the sleeper hold. I used to love it because
But you know it's all fake, don't you?
Look, everything's put on. You've got to act. When you're on stage, you don't just stand there like a star
act
bottle
and
of
put it on.
beer. And you've got to act. Everything sort of, you know what I mean? It adds to it. It's part of the thing. If it didn't work, they wouldn't be acting.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody comes in and just beats the heart of somebody.
I know they were very good physique-wise, and they trained a lot.
They did.
You know, yeah.
Look, they did. It was great. And I learned some holes. There was a girl down the road. I won't say her name, but I don't. And she was always picking on me, and she was about 5'10", and she always picked on me. And I was always a bit of a bother lass because my brother was a boxer and all this, you know. And she was always picking on me. And I thought, right, I'm ready to have an. I've got tall shoes on, but I'm not that big. And she came over my place, and I bleeding got her in the sleeper hole. I gave her the atomic drop. Who was the one that did the atomic drop? Who was the one that? And I got it in the back garden.
I'm going to go and see if I can.
I gave her this bleeding atomic
drop.
You know,
that was the into the.
Yeah, you did it. And it worked. It worked a bleeding treat.
You knocked her out.
It was.
We interviewed Des Jose a while ago.
Yeah,
what
Des
was
awesome.
that guy? He had to take him to the airport. Mr. Fuji.
Yeah.
What did he spat on someone or? Yeah. Someone spat at him, so he got this cane and cracked him over the head, and there was a riot at the entertainment centre. Anyway.
Yeah, you've got to do it. You've got to stick up for yourself.
Of course you do.
You've got to, yeah.
So,
Brute Bernard. That was it, Brute Bernard.
Here we go. Tiger sing.
So I used to wear school to see that. I used to love it, and I think I used to have...
Larry O'Day. Oh, remember Larry O'Day?
Yeah, I do. I think I used to come on. I used to have 5 rounds of scrambled egg sandwiches.
5 rounds of scrambled.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I was active. 5 rounds of scrambled egg sandwiches. I used to have the same all the time and just put on the wrestling. I used to, bleed and love it.
Yeah,
love it.
So, what does the future hold for you, Joy?
Future? Oh, I've got to I've got to earn money. I've got to work. If I didn't work, if this is the right
answer. Is that a Newcastle thing, you think? Like, you've got to earn money, you've got to work, you've got to...
I don't know whether it's a me thing or whether it's... my brother and my sister have always worked too. I've got to work. I've never been able to just stick my hand out and just take money.
See, maybe that's Northern England, is like, because people always say that to me. You're grafty, you're always working, you're always doing stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a Northern England thing or not?
I don't know. Do you know anybody from Ashington that doesn't work? I'd have to think about it. I don't know, but I've worked for all that I've got. I rest when I go on holidays. I go on 1 or 2 holidays a day, a year. When I take my girls away, I earn money.
I heard the Thailand story.
The Thailand story.
But don't tell us now, because it takes too long.
I won't tell you now because we'll run out of time. Yeah. But I just want to practice. I practice 8-10 hours a day a lot.
Wow.
Go to the gym. Practice gym.
Trumpet.
Yeah,
guitar.
editing takes a lot of time. I do karaoke shows too, which musicians live, but I need the bed type of thing.
That's okay. I play in a duo with backing tracks, which is...
That's disgusting.
No,
if you want any backing tracks, I can do them for you.
No,
too.
I'm just saying, it's like karaoke, really.
But there's a difference between... I can't stand bleeding people just singing to karaoke. You know, sing The Sounds of Silence and you've got a 43-piece backing orchestra. I hate it, but I've noticed lately duos are doing that. I used to make sure I did MIDI files, no karaoke. I take out all the guitar solos, so everything.
Oh yeah,
is
look,
me
I play
and my
guitar.
daughter
There's no
doing it. You know, so but the audience don't care. I went down at.
I think as long as you entertain them.
As long as but it's your own self-esteem too. I went and saw this bleeding band at Mandurah that everybody raved on about, and
what was their bleeding name?
I'm not going to say that. I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember anyway. And I'm sitting there with the girls, and the guitarist is playing over the lead guitar part on there, and everybody, all these vocals are coming in. And I said to the little girl next to me, Eileen, my mate, I said, "Can you hear all that backing?" She says, "No." And I said, "You can't." So a lot of duos are using karaoke backing because nobody knows the difference. But it's my own. If a muso came, I'd be really. But I sort of play for the musos too.
Did you sort of say, "Come on, Eileen"?
You know, that you would do. Yeah, I get embarrassed. So I just want to practice. Yeah, if I didn't edit, if I didn't make my own MIDI files and do my own backing, even when I buy an MP3, I alter it on Audacity or something. Yeah. If I didn't do that, I'd be a lot better player.
Yeah.
I wish I had worked with somebody that did all my MIDI files for me.
So do you have any unfulfilled ambitions? Spot, what are you doing?
What? Oh, he's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Get in
Hi,
your
my
bed. Go on.
darling. Hi, honey pie. Okay, definitely a girl. I had an ambition for ages. That CD I showed you before was to make my dad happy.
You gave me this CD.
I did.
Love Me With All of Your Heart to
I
Gary
did.
from Joy Locker. Isn't that beautiful?
Look, thank you.
Yeah,
And
thank you. I'll listen to that.
Look,
When I'm doing the
I hope you
vacuuming
please-
at home.
I didn't get you to use it as a frisbee, so
No,
I
no.
hope you do.
No, I will. Seriously.
Good, but remember, I made it. What it is, I love my dad so much. I love my mum too, but Dad was just. Somebody said once you could bottle your dad because you'll never get. He is that good. He was
I'm a
so
dad.
gorgeous to us. You are.
I'm a dad.
Yeah, but Dad, well, I don't know what you're like as a dad. My dad he used to get me up in the morning and take me to the beach, put me on the carpet and practice with me every night. Go on, get your corner out. So I just wanted to make him happy. So I wanted to make a CD for
Cool.
my dad. I made it in the bathroom and it's all slow stuff.
Is your dad still with us?
No, he's not. He went 3 years ago.
Oh.
That's another story too, but I won't get into
Yeah.
that. But so my thing was to always make a CD for my dad to make him proud. I've done that. Now, if I want to do anything now, my girls are great, anything, I'd like to be a better guitar player out of the mega 1,000 bleeding hours that I put in. I'd like Aaron Woolley or somebody to say, geez, that was good, and be serious. Not because I'm a girl. Be serious. 'Cause, I mean,
Well, why don't you put something out, play and put something out and let us all hear it?
I'd be too embarrassed.
Why?
Oh, I play like a pile of shit half the time.
Okay.
But I play better since I've got the new guitar. I've got a new guitar.
I could give
from-
you some guitar lessons, but I'm too busy.
Well, I know all the modes. If you hit me with any chord, hit me with any chord now. And hit me with any chord. Tell me that, and I'll tell you the
What
notes.
chord's
in it.
that?
I mean, any note. If you just say, okay, what's in a C diminished, anything. Whatever you say,
Yeah.
I know. That's why I used to play keyboards and all this stuff. And I know all my majors, then me Dorian, and then me Physian. I can play up and down and do everything. But when I start playing, my fingers work before my brain. That's what it is. So I'm everywhere. You know how you're supposed to hum the part? So I'm lacking something, but I sort of know it all. When it matches in, I do all the do. I play akadaka and everything. But my solos just aren't imaginative. What's the word? They're not that bleeding good. And so it'll take...
When you're playing a guitar,
Yeah.
like for me,
Yeah.
it's part of you. It's an extension of you,
Yes,
and it's a feel thing.
Yes.
It's not how fast you play or
you're right.
anything like that.
You're right.
And it's not filling your mind up with anything. It's just
That's
being
us.
in this open
Yes,
space of
Yeah.
you're right in the moment.
yeah.
That's what it is for me. But
That's
know.
what it should be for
Yeah.
me too. I just sort of go and start. I run in the crowd and everything because I've got a remote. So I just start showing off, and then I listen to it after, and I think, shit, that's a pile of shit.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to the second fret when you're playing an A and go.
that's all right. You're entertaining the crowd.
Look,
so
I'm entertaining too,
Yeah.
but I'd like to get. I worked with Chris O'Leary for years,
Yeah.
who was a great guitar player. Started off playing with John Farnham.
always a great guitar player, Chris.
Oh, look, great. And he never said one compliment to me.
Well,
Probably because he didn't want to tell lies. But I'd love him to say, geez, that was good. That was
well,
good.
you know how Aaron puts those things up on Facebook.
Oh, he's just...
You know, and he's bearing his soul out there
Yeah.
on Facebook, and
Yeah.
you know, maybe that's what you should do.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't play a guitar solo on Facebook.
Well, he's not playing a solo; he's playing all
Yeah,
sorts of.
but I wouldn't do that. Not with my... I should be a lot better. I should be 35 times better to what I am.
You know, he's a West Ham fan, don't you?
Yeah, he tells me. He tells me all that. Yeah, no, he's an awesome guy.
Do you collect anything? My producer's saying
Oh no, no, okay, sorry. No,
nothing.
No.
Okay, what would you put in your gravestone? Oops,
Sorry.
that's all right.
I'll be back because I love Arnie. I love being Arnie.
Joy, it's been absolute pleasure to listen to your story and
Thank
your
you.
journey.
Has it finished?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Oh, okay, good.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Yeah, and awesome having you here.
Thank you.
And you're a super girl. Am I allowed to say super girl? Because is that
Oh, you
politically
can.
correct?
No, I'm not bleeding. No, I'm not one of these people. You can
No?
call me anything, and I like Christmas, and I like
So,
bleeding everything.
I
and
went to
birthdays.
my grandson's 4-year-old birthday party, one of my grandsons, on Saturday, and everyone was saying Spider-Man. I go, no, I'm a spider person because.
Oh, that's bleeding pathetic. Yeah. That is pathetic. Your producer's telling you to shut up, so don't hit me with things like that. It's pathetic. I'm a bleeding super girl. Super girl.
Put it there.
Thank you.
Joy Locker, thanks for joining the profile again this week. It's been amazing. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shows them all the while. Just a jackknife and has mosquito, and he keeps us outside on the shark bites, but his teeth still skeletons, hard to spare. Once he goes over, has mosquito. So there's not my trace of red on the sidewalk up from the morning. Lies a body outside. Her body sneaking down the corner. Time to be home at night. Louis never disappeared. He spends like a sailor. Tell me to the boy some flesh. The guitar train, Jenny Diver, Polly Pigeon, and Lucy Blam. Oh, the light forms right on my white dear. Now the light gears, they head you down.
At ProCopy, we can transfer audio to CD, make CD, DVD and Blu-ray copies, transfer video to DVD, Blu-ray or HD, digitise slides and photos and supply custom USBs. You can see more details at procopy.com.au or call us on 08 9375 3902 for more information.